Okay, I'm going to show you how not to text. This is a real message from a girl that I know. The st-
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
Yeah, that was nasty. Yeah, 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 yeah. We back, we back, we back. I'm gonna be sensei. Excuse me, I'm a pig.
This week's guest is none other.
Um, Thanks for stopping by. A little emergency live stream. Um, Want to address something real quick. Um, if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor, king or queen of the stream. Cash App and PayPal pinned to the top of the chat, as well as in the description. Please hit the like button. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. We about to get started. We're about to get started, folks. Just give me a second. But please hit the like button. Matter of fact, let me record this. I might chop this up into a separate episode. All right, let's do it.
Was someone who why didn't no one tell me that
Matter of fact, let me record this. I might chop this
because
up
I
into
just
a what the freak.
why didn't no one tell me is I why didn't no one tell me that why didn't no one tell me that breaking up with someone who hasn't necessarily done anything wrong to you is literally the hardest thing in the world? Because I just broke up with my boyfriend of 5 years because I just feel like we're not on the same page anymore. And honestly, like I would never make a video like this, but I genuinely feel like this is such a finalized decision. And I did this like maybe like almost 2 weeks ago now, but like I just know that this is such a final decision. And
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's talk about it, folks. She said they weren't on the same page anymore. No, you weren't on the page you needed to be on because you're supposed to be submissive to his program. So there is no getting off his page. There's no getting off his page. These are the conversations y'all are supposed to have before you even make it official. Making sure you guys have the same ultimate goal. And there's gonna be, speed bumps and detours and stuff like that, but the general goal, y'all should be on the same page before y'all even get together. And once you decide that he's man enough to be your leader for a lifetime, you get on the boat and you ride it the fuck out. So you were out of pocket. You already said he was pretty much a good dude, but you just got on a different page. And we all know where this is headed. But yeah, I'm gonna say you're out of pocket for the sake of just having a good man.
A finalized decision, and I did this like maybe like almost 2 weeks ago now, but like I just know that this is such a final decision and I'm never gonna go back, that I feel like I am safe enough to talk about it. So we've been dating for 5 years, and honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about him.
So you're a piece of shit. Okay, so you broke up with a guy. Okay, so you broke up with a guy you've been with for 5 years and you have nothing bad to say about him. So is that so does that mean you're the bad person in this situation? Like, he's a great guy and you got nothing bad to say about him, so you're the piece of crap then. Is that fair? It didn't work out because you're the bad person. Does that sound logic? I'm just asking. He said something else I wanted to touch on too. I'm trying to think of what it was. Let's run it back.
Even almost 2 weeks ago now, but like I just know that this is such a final decision and I'm never gonna go back, that I feel like I am safe enough to talk about it. So we've been dating for 5 years, and honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about him. But obviously, we had our trials and tribulations throughout the relationship because, again, we were together for 5 years. But during the 5 years that we were together, when we first started dating, we both started in the same place. So it naturally, like, I don't know, like we were having fun. It was a lot of fun. But like within 5 years, I grew so much. And I don't want to say he didn't grow at all, but he just hasn't really progressed as far as I have in the 5 years that I have. And it's not because he's not capable.
Right.
Okay, now let's break this down. Yeah. This is why female accomplishment and success doesn't make sense. Because they want to be with somebody who's more successful than them. So getting with somebody who's on your level, whatever, let's say at 21, and then continuing to strive hard as a woman to keep getting ahead, you're sabotaging your life. Because what if your guy doesn't exceed that and now you got to break up with him? So now you just broke up with a good man who was going to probably be your husband. Or even if he wasn't going to be your husband, this was your guy. And you broke up with him because you got to a higher level of success than him. So what was the point of getting to a higher level of success? See, these are one of those women who think if I level up to 250K, okay, I got to leave my 100K man now because now I qualify for a 250K man or higher now. It don't work that way. And trust me, good morning, X. Trust me, a lot of these boss babes become boss babes because they think it's going to attract a boss dude. And actually, it repels boss dudes. It repels boss dudes. A lot of women, if they could see their future and the ghost of future fuck ups or whatever came back and told them, actually, when you become successful, your options for high value men are actually, when you become successful, your options for high value men are going to plummet. A lot of these boss babes wouldn't become boss babes if they knew that it hurt their chances of getting a top tier dude. not help 'em. But let's go here. She never loved this dude to begin with. I talked about this the other night. She never loved this dude to begin with. You don't leave somebody you love. You don't leave the love of your life because even though they a good man and even though they progressing, it ain't fast enough for me, so I'm gonna leave. She's probably already screwing somebody else. She probably got D'd down by a dude who made twice as much as her man, and she made a decision at that point. Yeah, even though this dude pumped and dumped me, I'm on these type of guys' radar, so I'll be able to lock down one eventually. So I'm gonna leave this dude I'm with now, and it's not gonna work like that. I- It's just not gonna work like that. But I just want to be very clear. She never loved this guy. If she was willing to leave him because he didn't level up enough, she never loved him. That's not love. She's looking for a lifestyle. She's looking for a lifestyle. But what's the point of you progressing? Okay, let's just say she went from making 50K over the 5 years to 250K. But now she want a man who make 500K so she could just cover vacations. It's not gonna happen, hun. You should have stayed with the dude who was making 100K and just built a life with him. But I want to talk about this too, though. Salt inside the wound is coming on the internet and embarrassing him. Because I'm sure a lot of people he know is gonna see this video. And your woman on the internet, I don't want to say bragging about breaking up with you, but telling all your business. So now he got to walk with a good man, by the way, by her words. He's a good man. He got to walk with the shame of people he know, knowing that, damn, your girl left you because you wasn't doing good enough. That's embarrassing. So now she's embarrassing. So now she's embarrassing him online and kind of messing up his reputation online to boot. Would a good person do that to another good person? Hell no. So what does that say about her? Let's get back into it.
Capable just because I grew so much, and I don't want to say he didn't grow at all, but he just hasn't really progressed as far as I have in the 5 years that I have. And it's not because he's not capable of doing and moving fast, but it's because he doesn't apply himself to the fullest. And I just feel like, coming from an immigrant background, I just feel like I would be doing my parents such a disservice to really commit my life to someone who does not apply themselves 110%. And honestly, I sat on this decision for so long. I'm like going back and forth between, do I stay with him? Do I not? Like, he's still such a kind person and like I can see that potential, but it comes to a point that, like, when is potential not going to be enough?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And here's another thing. She might have just left him because she was. Here's another thing. She might have just left him because she was bored. He's kind and caring, aka extremely boring. And she used this as the excuse she can give on the internet and get all the likes and, oh, you right, girl. I went through the same thing. Because that's what all these comments are saying. Here the first one. Tierra says you outgrew him. That's all, and that's okay. Yeah, all right, bitch. Yeah, okay, bitch. It's a reason why y'all the least picked and y'all are the least married. It's a reason. But it's cool now because y'all still can get D in attention because you still look halfway decent. She probably just got bored with him. And this is the socially acceptable reason to speak online. How much you want to bet she cheated on this man? He was kind. The type of kind guys that get cheated on the most. Yeah. She just got bored. And she was comparing her life to Instagram. So combined, I got bored and I'm comparing my life to Instagram. Then that's what led to the blow. And that's what led to the breakup. And she's probably getting D down by another guy. She probably did get a promotion or something, and now she thinks she qualified for a higher tier man. and she doesn't. She gonna learn though.
How long can I stay with him? Do I not? You know, like he's still such a kind person and like I can see that potential, but it comes to a point that like when is potential not going to be enough? How long can you rely on potential? Cuz eventually potential is not going to be enough. And also, I had to remind myself that someone being kind to me and being nice to me and treating me like a decent human being is the bare minimum.
And let's be real. Yeah. Let's be real. It's not the bare minimum for men. We got to be exceptional to be treated like a human. It's not bare minimum when it comes to how women treat most men. You got to be either super fine or super rich or have a bunch of status or something. Women treat the average man like garbage. But see, for women, kindness and somebody being nice to them, they've been getting that since they were born. That's not anything special or anything to write home about. She's not going to stay with you because you're treating her nice. She ain't the worst looking woman in the world. She's been getting treated nice as exactly the bare minimum. Now, for us men, we don't get treated nice. So when a woman come around smiling at us and treating us nice, we ready to marry her in 6 months. Well, not me, but you know what I'm trying to say. The average man who's not super red pill aware. It's easy to get a man to fall in love. But here's the thing. Treating her like a decent human being, the guys who she's trying to level up to, they're not going to treat her like a decent human being because she's just another bitch to them. So she's going to see how rare human decency is in the bracket she's trying to move up to. So let's be very clear. Women are the definition of bare minimum. Crack legs and just be nice to them and make a sandwich from time to time. And most men are like, I got the best wife in the world. Women are the definition of bare minimum when it comes to bringing stuff to a relationship. They think they're moving the sun and the moon because they wash some dishes, clean the house, and crack their legs twice a month. You're so lucky. No, I'm not. That's bare minimum. Women would lose their mind if you called their cooking and cleaning and sex bare minimum, even though it literally is the bare minimum thing you could do living in a house in a relationship. Cooking and cleaning in the house you live in and having sex with your partner is literally the bare minimum. So women even using this term bare minimum is hilariously ironic.
That'd be coincidence. That's a coinky
Be enough. And also, I had to remind myself that someone being kind to me and being nice to me and treating me like a decent human being is the bare minimum. Like you should be a nice human being to your partner, duh.
Here's the thing. You're not being a nice human being right now. You're not being a nice human being by exposing this for the internet. So it's not the bare minimum for women because you're being a huge cunt right now. So in your mind, being a good, kind person isn't the bare minimum. You're really struggling with it right now. Duh.
Like a decent human being is the bare minimum. Like you should be a nice human being to your partner, duh. But like again, like I'm almost 30. I want more from life. Like I want to do more. I want to start a family. Like I want to have conversations that are not, hey, when are you going to take your life a little bit more seriously? So it's like, it's just hard. And like we've had these conversations so many times throughout the relationship. So it's not like just one day I woke up and decided to walk out. No, like I honestly tried to be as patient as possible. I have given it every single breath that I could.
Annoying. Yeah. Look how annoying she is. The facial expressions. She look how annoying she is. Look how annoying she is. The facial expressions, just the smug, condescending dude. She did bro a favor for real. Hopefully he will grow to learn that. I feel sorry for any dude that ends up with this woman. The guy that she's thinking she wants, he's not gonna like her. I can just tell you that pretty much 99% certain. He seems very unbearable to be around. These are the conversations you should have at the beginning of the relationship. What are your expectations? Where are you trying to go? Are you gonna just flip in 3 years and say, "Oh, you don't make 100K at this point, so I'm leaving"? See, when somebody really wants to be with you for you, this stuff isn't gonna be as big of an issue. I mean, if you such a boss and you keep leveling up, why don't you provide the things you have in mind? They feel entitled to get it from a man. Even when they earn 300K, they feel entitled to get a lifestyle from a man. Like even literally when they can afford that lifestyle themselves. Well, it's just temporary until I get my 600K man to marry me. Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath. Or maybe you should. Wink, wink. I didn't mean anything by that, YouTube. It's another thing. Here's another thing. I don't know why women think karma isn't going to be real for the female gender too. A lot of these hot girl summers are going to turn into hot girl eternities. Yeah, hell waiting, ladies. You could do whatever you want in this life. All this foul, messed up stuff you doing, this evil stuff you doing, hell's waiting. I don't know why you think you exempt from the wrath of God.
Just one day I woke up and decided to walk out. No, like I honestly tried to be as patient as possible. I have given it every single breath that I could before it got to a point where I just really became unhappy. Like just picturing the future didn't feel very promising. Like, yeah, you're saying you can do XYZ, and then every time you do XYZ, you're doing it for 2 to 3 weeks, but there's no actual progress that like it's like you're only showing out for me. It's like performative almost in a sense. So I don't know. Like the hardest part was just like knowing that he didn't necessarily do anything wrong to me. He just doesn't have the same drive and ambition that I do.
There's no point in being an ambitious woman because you're always going to want a man who's more ambitious. And he's likely going to just leave you at some point because he got a bunch of better options because you're a depreciating liability. So when you get a man who's ambitious as you and more, you're always going to be on the chopping block because you're only going to get older, more mentally ill, and more annoying as time goes by. A depreciating liability who make 200K who only want to put 10K towards the family bills. That's not a good person. And that's not a person that this high tier man will want to stay with for a lifetime. You're going to learn. Okay, yeah. By Tam, BYT. I'll just call you BYT. Look, what age is the wall? Let me have this wall discussion real quick. There's a few walls. I have a thing called the 5 walls of female failure, BYT. So let's break it down. The 5 walls of female failure. I don't want y'all to look, I want y'all to win, ladies. I want y'all to win. The way you could win after you already done lost is pick a man you don't like that, who got a good heart and serve him for a lifetime. That's your option. That's your option to win after 30, 35 and you've been ran through and all that. Getting a guy you don't like that and just serving him because it's the right godly thing to do. And there are benefits that come with it, so it ain't like you're not getting nothing out of the deal. Cause see, here's the thing, if I had a show like Kevin Samuels, all the bitches would call in the RB to try to find out, "What can I do to get a high value man, RB? How can I be the type of woman that high value men want?" I'd be like, "You don't qualify for a high value man. So go serve an average man or slightly below average man or just stay single." But yeah, if I had to give you advice on how to be a type of woman that high value men want, yeah, fit, feminine, friendly. But it's just gonna be a facade until you get what you want. So yeah, let me break down the wall. I never broke it down in reference to kids, but I mean, yeah, we could say there's a kids wall. If you have a kid, then that kind of puts you at a wall for sure. It kind of puts you at a wall for sure. But let's do the five walls of female failure real quick. So the first wall I would say is that the first wall is that I would say 23. You missed the two best opportunities to find a life partner, high school and college. So that's why 23 is a wall to me. The next wall, 30. We all know, we've all heard the 30 ball wall. 30. You officially like out of your 20s, you officially old for marriage. Kinda. I mean, to me, marriage is for people in their 20s. But yeah, anyway, and your fertility is ticking down. So 30 is definitely a wall. You look older. Yeah, 30 is a wall. The next wall is 35. You're officially at you're officially at geriatric pregnancy or advanced maternal age to lighten the blow if anybody's feelings get hurt. 35 advanced maternal age. The next wall is 40. 40 is like over to me. Like 40, a lot of men don't go past 40 on dating apps. Like 40 is I don't want to say it's over. 40 is definitive, like it's time to settle or just hang up the jersey at 40, in my opinion. And the looks are definitely, if you 40, you usually gonna look 40. Kids are off the table. You being a sex symbol, in my opinion, is kind of off the table a little bit. But yeah, 40 is rough. There is no reason for a man to build a life with a 40-year-old woman. And then 50 is like 50. Look, you have nothing. Like, okay, in the 40s, somebody could still make an argument. She still don't look that bad. Technically, you probably still could get a kid out of her. Technically, if you wanted to risk it, you still could at 40, 41, 42, blue 42. But at 50, it's all over. Looks are over. Fertility is over. You about to be menopausal and bitchier than ever. 50 is the hard line. You have a century. 50, it's over. There is no argument. Like in the 40s, you can still make an argument. I'm still worth it. I could do this or that. And technically, we could still have a kid. You could still make some argument. A woman could still make some argument. I'm kind of sort of worth it or something. You know, some type of argument still there. At 50, there is no argument to get into anything serious with this woman other than just casual fling. There is none. It's fucking over. Then here's another thing, because I said a lot of guys don't put 40 in the dating app. You know, when they go from 25 to 39. A lot of guys don't even type in nothing 40. But 50? Who the f is typing? At that point, the dudes that swiping on you are in they about to pass away. The type of dudes that swipe on 50-year-olds, like, you talking about grandpa now. Because think about it, the man who's 60, who really got his stuff together, he still look good, he healthy, he got the bag. Oh, he could date 40-year-olds easy. Easy if he wanted to. And if he got the bag like that, 30s and 20s. But yeah, men in their 50s and 60s who are the top tier men, and those are the only men women want. Oh yeah, they're dating 30s and 40s. So yeah, ain't nobody's checking for a 50-plus-year-old woman on a dating app other than a 75, 80-year-old man. I mean, yeah, 50 is rough. You single at 50 looking for love, that's rough. That's rough. Menopausal, I'm cool. Dried up, dried old coochie. It hurt now. Oh no, 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 no. You mad all the time? You irritable? Nah, I can't even advise live out girlfriend at that point. Like I wouldn't even call it a live out girlfriend. That's just somebody I know, and maybe we had sex from time to time. I wouldn't even call it live out girlfriend. Yeah, 50, yeah, that dating app attention is over. You can still pull off something in the 40s, I think, but at 50, nah. I mean, look, let's be real. Attention doesn't ever really dry up for women. Oh yeah, you got women in their 50s. Oh, what up, live love? What up, live love? What up, live love? You have women in their 50s who won't date men in their 60s. Like, cause you know how shallow and superficial women are. So even these women in their 50s or 60s still trying to talk about dating 10 and 15 years younger. No, it's over. No, it's over, baby. I mean, they'll hit it, but that about it. Got these 57-year-old women talking about, I'll date from 47 to 60. Like, no, baby, that's cute and funny, but no. But let's do the Kevin Samuels thing. Let's do the Kevin Samuels thing. So, what does he got? No Man's Oh, he has what is it called? Help me out, y'all. I know some of y'all used to watch Kevin Samuels. What is it? Fuck. No Man's Land. Oh, Danger Zone and No Man's Land. Let me Google it. Sh- Okay, so yeah, it's Danger Zone and No Man's Land. Okay. Everybody hit the like button. So Danger Zone and No Man's Land. So hmm. Here's how I would do it. So this is how I would define it. Let me see if I can come up with my own terms. Let's see. 23 to 28 is definitely a zone. 23 to 28 is definitely a zone. So we're gonna call that. I'm gonna call it crunch time. Let's call it crunch time. 28 to 35. Let's see. How we don't do this? To me, 23 to 28. 23 to 28 is still crunch time. 28 to 35. We'll call we'll call we'll call we'll call 28 to 35 the danger zone. Well, I'd like to come up with my own term, but I can't think of nothing right now. Maybe y'all can help me out. We'll call it danger zone. And then I'll go from 35 to so we'll call 35 to 42 settle or nothing zone. Fuck it. Let's do this. Let's do 35 to 44. Fuck it. Settle or nothing zone. And then 45 and up is over. Shit. Bear with me. I didn't mean to hit that.
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
So yeah, 35 to 44. Like, look, it's time to just pick whatever you can get and learn to be happy with it. 35 to 44. Lauren, what up, Lauren? What up, Lauren? Let's do this. Let's just do one more zone. The miracle zone. So 45. Let's do 45. 50 is settle zone. Yeah, it's gonna take a miracle zone. Then 55 to death is over. Really, man. No, matter of fact, we're gonna go 45 to 50 is it's gonna take a miracle zone. And then yeah, from 50 to death, it's over. Oh, you know what? So this is gonna be the 5 walls of female failure. The second part of the 5 walls of female failure. Um in Golden Girls era. From 50 from 50 to death is this. So from 50 to death is homeless guy or die zone. Either take a homeless guy or buy a dog and die alone. That's what 50 to death is. So 23 to 28 is crunch time. It's time for you to settle down, cash in your chips in your 20s. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna do. Well, I probably should keep it at 5, but okay, we're gonna do the 5 walls of female failure and the 6 stages of women's ages. The 5 walls of female failure and the 6 stages of women's ages. Or we'll call it the 6 phases of dating ages. The post era. I like that. The homeless guy or die. I kind of like that. We're gonna do a slash. The homeless guy or die zone, or has a post era, or just a post era. Okay. So we're gonna call this the 6 phases of women's. Wait, the 6 phases of dating ages. So we're gonna go from 14 because this is high school. From 14 to 23 is prime time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call it the heavenly zone. We're gonna go from 14 to 23 is the heavenly zone, or use it or lose it is good. But I'm gonna call it the heavenly zone. This is when you're in tune with God. So these are the 6 phases of dating ages. Now I'm gonna keep this up. I don't know if I'm gonna forget. I'm probably gonna forget this if I don't. Somebody write this down somewhere in a notepad on their laptop. I can always do it again. I got the knowledge in my head. So 14 to 23 is the heavenly zone. 23 to 28 is crunch time. 28 to 35 is the danger zone. 35 to 44 is settle or nothing zone. 45 to 50 is it's gonna take a miracle zone. And 50 to death is homeless guy or die, or just a post zone, or just a post era. But let's talk about these eras though, real quick. I'm glad we did this. The only 2 zones that are likely gonna, or let me not say likely. What the fuck did I just do?
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
The only The only 2 eras that are likely to work out good for the guy are the first 2. I see God era. That's crazy. From 65 to death is the I see the light era. Or I should go, okay, we should do 50 to 60 is the homeless guy or die. And then let's just go over 60. 60 to death is the I see the light era. No, because we got to keep the 6 stages of the 6 stages of dating ages. But okay, let's talk about this real quick. So the only 2 that might work out for the guy that are okay, the only 2 eras where it's like a 50% chance that it could work out for the guy are the first 2. 14 to 28. On my way to date God era. That's crazy. Or yeah, Bliss in the Abyss era. Damn. The Bliss in the Abyss era. That's crazy. That's crazy. We do another slash. So let's change it. We'll do the 7 stages of dating ages. So 50 to 60 is the homeless guy or die, or just the post era. And then 60 to death is the bliss in the abyss era. There we go. I love Homeless Guy or Die. Does it keep?
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
Okay, so X says 14 to 22 is best years of your life, 24 to 28 prime time, 28 to 35 danger zone, 35 to 44 buzzer beater, 45 to 50 miracle era, and 51 to the end is the pulse era. That's real shit. So let's talk about these eras real quick. So obviously the best era you can get a woman in is the heavenly zone. Crunch time is a risk. It's a lot bigger risk to take a woman serious. I'm not gonna say in the once you get past 25, maybe I should change it a little bit. Let's do 14 to 24 is the heavenly zone. But even getting in that mid 40s, 22, 23, depending on what her past was in high school and college, it could be shaky. But we'll call 14 to 24 the heavenly zone. 24 to 29 crunch time. 5 danger zone. 35 to 44 settle or nothing zone. Okay, little tweak. So once you get past once you get in, or let me do this. 18, 24, 25 to 29. Let's do that. Yeah, 25 to 29 is crunch time. Yeah, once you get in that crunch time area as a man, we're talking about a risk. Because once they get 26, 27, 28, yeah, usually going to be damaged from Chad and Tyrone. Um, once you get in the 30, 35 zone, that's when they trying to that's really the buzzer beater era, really. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 40 to 45, bang it in for get his zone. So yeah, see here, you could still maybe I'm sorry, let's do this. This zone right here, crunch time zone, she still may have some light in her where you could work with her, try to mold her. You know, you still might have something on your hands here at the crunch time era. But as a man, once you get in the danger zone, it's over. It's probably not gonna be good for you. Now, if I'm giving my daughter advice and she's in the danger zone, I'll tell her, "Yeah, hurry up and get some sucker. Hurry up and try to get some sucker, and please, baby, just treat him good. I don't care how you feel, just make sure you treat him good and do the right thing. I know you don't really love him, but just do it for the sake of God." So, yeah, once they get 30 to 35, we falling into this zone.
Once a woman hits 30, she cannot love you. Okay. And the marriage is not because she loves you. Okay. That marriage is for her to show to other people that she could fix her past that she messed up.
Yeah, she just wanna fix the past that she messed up. Yeah, this is just the first husband, just the starter husband era. Um, It's rough. 30 to 35, like taking a woman serious, 30, 35, and you're gonna marry her and have kids. That's you set yourself up to get played. But let's talk real quick. Okay. So let's be real. Let's be real. The guy that would sign up seriously for a woman between 30 and 35 he's naive. He has no idea what he's really getting himself into. He doesn't really know about women. He's a complete dweeb. Nothing against him. He's probably a good dude, but I mean, far as what he's getting into with this woman, 30 to 35, he has no fucking idea what he just signed up for. Shout out to Flower of Life. Bench seat trades. That's crazy. Yeah, keep going, Flower. What's 35 to 44, 45 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to death? Okay, but anyway. So yeah, this to me, you gotta be a little bit of a beta. You gotta be a little bit of a beta male blue pill simp to seriously sign up for a woman 30 to 35 and think this is the one. I found the one. I finally found the one that's over 30, still single for some reason. She just slipped through the cracks. Um, but let me say this. It just gets worse as we go down a list of what type of guy would even sign up for this. So a guy to sign up for 30 to 35, he still might be somewhat of a solid dude. See, that's why, yeah, the danger zone, yeah. See, 30 to 35, they still might be able to snag a fool who's still kind of a high value, a higher value guy, but he's just naive, you know? So 30 to 35, she still might be able to get a higher value damn fool. Okay. We get we get in here, it's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You about to take a woman serious and try to quote unquote build a life with a woman between 35 and 44? For what? Like this 35 to 44 is officially when the live out girlfriend at best era comes in. Any man who's aware about female nature at all would not be looking to take a 35 plus year old woman serious other than sex and just chilling, watching a movie from time to time. Okay, at this point, when we get down here, see, once we get over 45, she can't respect him. She can't respect a guy who's looking to take her serious and build a life with her at 45, 50. She can't fucking respect because at this point, it's like, nigga, is you retarded? Like, like I'm over 40. Like, see, now that's a whole different list. But like, hold on. Once a woman get in her 40s, she can't respect you, bro. If you trying to take her serious in her 40s, she even knows, like, bro, I'm 40. What the fuck you trying to do with me? Seriously, she know it's absurd. She can't respect this nigga at this point. In the 30s, she could still maybe depending on the guy, but like if you trying to seriously date a woman in her 40s, like nah. Anyway, but see, here's the crazy thing. What's the crazy thing? Throughout this whole list, they still want top tier Chad. And Tyrone.
Right.
Like, but don't get me wrong. They always want Mr. Top Tier, Mr. Point Five. But starting at these years, they know they don't deserve it, but they still want it. I'll say it again. They know they don't deserve it at these ages that I got highlighted. They still want it. But here's the thing. They can never be what they imagined in the fairy tale when they thought about sitting on a picnic with Mr. Point Five. She'll never be that young, hot version of herself that she pictured in the fairy tales with Mr. Tall, dark, handsome Chad who makes six figures. Once we start getting in these ages I got highlighted, she knows she don't deserve standing next to this tall, handsome man who makes six figures. She know he could do better. She knows even if he's 40, even if even if James Bond is 40, she knows at 30 that James Bond need to be standing next to some hot 22-year-old. And that's what make her so miserable even if she do get James Bond, because she knows she don't belong with him. All right, I'll be right back.
W team, I'm back with another video. Let's get right into the damn video.
Why did no one tell me that breaking up with someone who hasn't necessarily done anything wrong to you is literally the hardest thing in the world?
Before we get into this video, I'm gonna make sure that y'all heard that clearly, okay? Why is breaking up with someone that didn't do anything to you literally the hardest thing in the world? Before we go any further, let that marinate, fellas, because this is the type of shit that a lot of men deal with in relationships and in marriage. Because a lot of times, guys, when women break up with you, it's not because you did anything wrong, okay? A good portion of the time they break up with you just because they think they can do better. Okay? I want to make sure that everybody heard that shit clear. Okay? Now let's continue with the damn video.
World. Because I just broke up with my boyfriend of 5 years.
Yep.
Because I just feel like we're not on the same page anymore. And honestly, like, I would never make a video like this, but I genuinely feel like this is such a finalized decision. And I did this like maybe like almost 2 weeks ago now, but like,
Remember, keyword. I like to say this all the time. That's why I stop videos. The keywords. We're not on the same page anymore. Who do you think isn't on the same page wholeheartedly? Do you think it's the guy, or maybe she's not on the same page with him? Because I told the pros before, some little things that they may see in another man that you don't have. She was with the man for 5 years, but she could still feel you don't got that one little characteristic or quality that she sees in another man. And that other man may have that one characteristic or quality, but he's lacking the other characteristics and qualities that you have. You can't satisfy chicks like this, man, respectfully.
Okay, let's wrap up this chick video.
you're only showing out for me. It's like performative almost in a sense. So I don't know. Like, the hardest part was just like knowing that he didn't necessarily do anything wrong to me. He just doesn't have the same drive and ambition that I do. And I just had to come to the realization that like we grew up completely two separate ways. Like, you know, he was comfortable and like good for him. He didn't have to work and whatnot versus me. Like my parents could be like, it was 5 of us, five kids. Like I had to get it. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So for me, I feel like I need to be with someone who also has that same mindset of like, I have to get it. Like,
Yeah. Here's the thing. The chances that you're gonna get some guy who's like that, but then also possesses all the great qualities of the dude you just broke up with, slim to none. Slim to none. And even if you met a guy who went out and got it and was a great person and kind and treated you well, he's going to have 3 other huge flaws that could be used as deal breakers, that would justifiably be used as deal breakers. Nobody's perfect. In my opinion, everybody has 3 huge red flags. Let's be real. By the time a dude tall, handsome, and got money, he either don't want a relationship or he been in a relationship for a long time. There is no Mr. Perfect. Here's the thing. This guy that you meet who's ambitious and makes 6 figures, he could have a medical issue and then never be able to work again. What you gonna do then, bitch? It's always gonna be something. At some point, you just gotta work with a motherfucker flaws and ride it out for a lifetime, or you're never gonna be in a lifelong relationship. Because we all have huge flaws and shortcomings. Because we all have huge flaws and shortcomings, and some of those flaws and shortcomings are gonna come about mid relationship, or can come about mid relationship. So if you keep jumping ship, you're just never gonna be in a successful relationship.
There's no ifs, ands, or like I had to get it. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So for me, I feel like I need to be with someone who also has that same mindset of like I have to get it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I think yeah, that's why I just made the decision that like even though it's been 5 years and I spent so much time, I would rather not spend any more time and be okay with the time that I spent. And honestly, I don't regret not a minute, an hour, a second, a day that I spent with him, because every single day I learned something that I know I'm going to be able to apply in the future.
See, and let's be clear. Exactly, I want to touch on exactly what she just said. It's cool. I don't regret it because I learned something and I gained this and that. That's why I don't believe in being 100% provider. Because you could be 100% provider for a woman and she stack all her money and she benefited from being in a relationship. She was able to stack whatever, $100,000 cash because you paid all the bills and she just covered groceries. Nah, I got to benefit from this relationship too. So if we don't work out in 5 years, I can say, well, I stacked 50,000, 100,000 because I had her as my girlfriend. I mean, yeah, she sucked my soul out and not in the way men like. I'm worse off mentally and emotionally from being with her, but at least I saved $50,000. Yeah, fellas, we should get something out of the relationship too. If it don't go right, we should be able to look back in retrospect like, well, this good thing did come from it. Fuck paying 100% of the bills for a bitch.
That I spent with him, because every single day I learned something that I know I'm going to be able to apply in the future. But just having to choose myself was the most important thing. Like I'm not going into my 30s choosing other people. I'm not going to sit here and be in a situation where I know I'm not happy just because I'm almost also trying to keep that other person's feelings in mind. Like
Yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about those. Shouldn't have to worry about another person's feelings because the relationship should be all about your feelings and if you're happy or not, or how you're feeling about something any given day. She's doomed for life. Any relationship based off how a woman feels at any given moment is doomed to failure. The last thing that a relationship should be based on is a woman's fickle feelings. That's the last thing a relationship should be built on.
not gonna sit here and be in a situation where I know I'm not happy just because I'm almost also trying to keep that other person's feelings in mind. Like always having that thought of like, oh my God, what if he doesn't, how is he gonna handle it? What if he's distraught and whatnot? But then just remember that other people's feelings are not yours to manage. The only ones you have to manage are your own. And once I realized that, I was like, okay, I have to manage my own happiness. And if I know I'm not happy in this situation, then I have to leave.
You're gonna and look, I hope you stand on that. But we all know if she get in a relationship with a man, she's gonna put her feelings on him. It's his responsibility to keep her happy or she's gonna leave. It's his responsibility to keep her happy, or if not, she's gonna prioritize her happiness and leave. So by definition, her happiness is on the man. She just said, if I ever feel unhappy, I'm gonna prioritize my happiness and leave. So if he don't want me to leave, he has to be responsible for my happiness. See how that worked? 'Cause look, if you're ever gonna be in a 50-year relationship, there's gonna be plenty of months or maybe years that you're unhappy. So you're never gonna be in a relationship that lasts forever. Just gonna get run through until you get run out of the dating market. That's my new saying. These bitches get run through until they run out of the dating market. Run through until ran out. Goofy shit, man. Straight goofy shit. Everybody hit the like button, please. Hit the like button, hit the like button. Um, let's get the donations up just because. Cash App, PayPal, all at the top of the chat. Also in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Okay, I'm glad we did that. All right. Should we go over to Rumble and do a Kendra? Is this for the Lover Rich? I'm tired of seeing this motherfucker. The Lover Rich. Okay, this isn't a love for Lover Rich. Do that yet. Let me see what this is.
What's up, y'all, man? You already know who it is. Jocelyn Morris back in the cut, baby. You know how we get down. Look, you know, I got Bookie's new merch, you know what I'm saying? She repped my shit, so you know, I'm returning the favor. So get ready for that. You know, Jada coming crazy, you already know. Hey, so we about to get this video started. It's gonna be Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I got my studs, I got my femmes over here, and we about to get to it real bad, okay? We not playing. All right, so we gonna see what's up. I'm excited. Shit gonna be popping. Balloons gonna be flown. I don't know what's going on. So we about to get to it. Yeah, let's get it started. All right, so we got all the studs here. Bam, look at my studs, man. Yes.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Okay. Chicks who want to be dudes. Okay. I would imagine studs like feminine women, so they're probably looking for the same things that men are looking for, but who knows?
Oh, dude. Yo. Right, look, looking good, looking fresh, okay? Hey, y'all ready to see the fans? What's going on? Y'all ready to see what's up? You ready to see some fans? Okay, yeah. Okay, period. Hey, bro, so tell them your name, you know what I'm saying? All that, anything you want to say?
Call me Cupid on Instagram, Saj, sapiosexual. That's it.
Oh, wait, what that? Wait, hold on, what that mean? I'm not gonna lie.
It means you're attracted to the way someone's mind works.
Oh, okay, so looks don't even matter.
The way they think.
Damn, okay, damn. That's cool. Okay, that's a vibe. So what's something that would make you pop your balloon? Like, what's something that's this deal breaker for you?
A lack of self-awareness.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel that. All right. All right, bro. What's up?
Wait, man, my name is Buck. You know, I'm trying to.
Okay, straight up.
Something about this just rubs me the wrong way. It's just
Like what? What?
just uh, can't do it. Can't fucking do it.
Stuff that guys believe just isn't getting them results. Okay, the stuff that guys believe just isn't getting them results. Okay, the more dudes I've met in real life over the past like 5 years who follow red pill dating advice get absolutely no women. They just don't attract any women. So it'd be one thing if all these concepts work, but what I've saw in real life play out for my own self with my own two eyes is that dudes who follow this stuff are the most socially awkward dudes you'll ever meet. They're the most socially awkward dudes because they're sitting there in their head overthinking, micromanaging every single sentence, wondering if what they said is the right thing or if it's over validating or not.
Okay, let's talk about it. I think a lot of men just don't give a fuck anymore. They don't give a fuck. I mean, okay. I don't know how much weight I put into the whole pickup artistry thing. I mean, I will admit a big part of it is looks. A big part of it is looks. Now, there's ways to overcome if you're just an ugly guy. You know, your mouthpiece, your charisma, maybe you're dressed really good, maybe you got the bag. But I'll be honest, the way you look is a big part of it. Look, like how your face look, your height, how you dressed. As far as that initial attraction, as far as a woman want, as far as getting a woman to want to like see, oh, what's up with him? I mean, you still got a uphill battle even after she look at you like, oh yeah, I want to see what's up with this guy. What this guy talking about? That's just the first step. Um, and if you don't have the initial look, like if you just a average looking dude, average height, average type of job, yeah, you got to step your charisma up. Yeah, you have to have mind blowing charisma. I mean, to attract women, something about you has to be standing out one way or another. But if I had to give any advice, look, if you don't have confidence, just forget about talking to women. That's the one thing I'll say for sure. If nothing else, you gotta have confidence. If you don't got that, just it ain't even no point in attempting. No point of attempting. But yeah, cowboy man, a lot of men just don't give a fuck about attracting women no more. And I guess yeah, I get it. This video isn't for those guys. But yeah, if you subscribe to the red pill to get bitches, yeah, you in this for the wrong reason. But see, I go deeper after you attract a woman, after y'all been together 6 months. I go into 6 years and then I go into 60 years. So we gotta look at the whole scope. That's another thing I want y'all to be on the lookout for. You don't gotta watch my channel. But if you're gonna listen to these dudes, listen to dudes who talk about the whole scope. But see, this dude is selling courses. You gotta be careful if a dude is selling courses because he's gonna lean you into the course. That's the point of these videos is to guide you into buying his course. So if he's a pickup artist and his course is about pickup artistry, he isn't gonna say "fuck these bitches, just focus on yourself" because that goes against his business model. So you gotta be careful who you listening to, man. Gotta be fucking careful.
And the most unattractive thing is a man who sits there and contemplates every single 2 seconds if this is the right move to make or not. Women can tell that it's not you. Okay, women can tell that you're acting like this fake high value stoic dude that's just not you. Women can tell that it's not you. I'll say that again. Women just can tell that it's not you. Most of these red pill beliefs, like, it's good to be aware of them, that they exist. It's good to be aware of female nature. It's good to be aware of hypergamy. But beyond that, if you're gonna let the stuff you consume change you into a different person, like most of the dudes who I've met that follow this stuff get to the point where they consume so much, and there's almost like this underlying resentment or bitterness towards women.
Okay, let's talk. Yeah, I'm not bitter towards. I mean, look, I've already said that I don't really like most women. I'll be frank. I'll be lying if I said I did. Um, a bitterness? No, I'm not bitter. Do I resent them? No, they are what they are. Lions are what they are. They fucking kill gazelles. Kind of fucked up, but they kill gazelles. No point in being bitter about it. Like, no point in resenting lions for killing gazelles. Women are what they are. It's annoying, but it is what it is. No point in being mad at it. But yeah, a lot of guys in this community, they are bitter and angry towards women and resentful towards women. I'm not, because I genuinely don't give a fuck. Genuinely. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't give a fuck or I wouldn't do this channel, right? But y'all know what I mean. I don't give a fuck in that way where I'm gonna be sitting at fucking Home Depot watching bitches walking past mad. Talking about she's probably a hoe. Those jeans are too tight. She's probably a whore. Like, no, it's not that it's not that serious. And I'll say this too, and this is why I'm still right with God in my opinion. I could be wrong. But I treat women way better than they treat me. And as long as that's true, nobody can tell me about my views on women. It's not about what you think about people, it's about how you treat people. I think a racist motherfucker who still treat black people great is still getting into heaven. It's all about how you treat people. Even though the Bible says something about if it's in your heart, then you sinned. If you sinned in your heart or thought about it, you still sinned. I don't know. That's my philosophy.
All this stuff get to the point where they consume so much, and there's almost like this underlying resentment or bitterness towards women. They can't even communicate anymore. And it's like they think that this like stoic, silent, high value James Bond type persona is going to attract her. It's like, dude, we get that you think that that looks cool on the movie screen. We get that it's cool with cinematic music behind it and he looks real cool in a suit and tie. So then all of a sudden you think that, oh, this guy's just going to get all the ladies. But then watch that play out in real life and it ain't going to work. We get that you think it's cool.
It's corny if you're trying to do it on purpose. Like, yeah, it's not. Well, first off, it's not gonna work if you're trying to do that to get bitches. The point is to get you to the point where you genuinely don't give a fuck. So you're not trying to act stoic. You literally are stoic because you don't care about these hoes. And women can sniff it out on you when you're just trying to act that way versus you really feel that way. Like, women can sense on me, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not trying to pretend like I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. So yeah, I agree with them. It's pathetic when men are trying to put on the act of not giving a fuck so they can pull bitches. No, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Indifference is the most powerful social signal that you can ever send, especially when you are in a situation where someone is showing clear signs of disdain towards you and of putting you in a category where they don't find you worthy of their attention. It happens specifically in friendships, believe it or not, especially if you are hanging out with people who have high levels of ambition but not a lot of moral structure. The only solution is to cultivate absolute indifference, because the truth is, if someone controls your emotion, they control your position.
Where do they all get all this wisdom? If they control your emotion, they control your position. Your position in the friend group? No, the only solution is not to cultivate absolute indifference. The solution is to get better friends. If your friends have disdain for you, or if they don't find you worthy of their attention, your best answer is to become indifferent, because they sound like the type of people you should keep around you. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you do that. If that is the best answer you can come up with, you probably deserve each other.
The real reason there aren't any women in the top 100 in the world at chess isn't what you think. One of the oldest explanations for why there are fewer women at the highest levels of chess is biology. Female brains are smaller and unsuited to a game like chess. But modern neuroscience doesn't support this. Male brains are slightly larger in overall volume, but women tend to have greater neuronal density in certain regions. So the total number of neurons can be very similar. In other words, size does not equal intelligence. And whilst researchers have found differences in cognitive abilities, they've only found small average differences.
Yay, give this lady a cookie because she knows biology. Not the answer to what she said in this video, 'cause that will be too much to ask, but...
No, times are changing. Ladies can do stuff now.
In the end, it is biology, isn't it? Not in the way of the size of your brain, but in the interest you have. I'm willing to bet you guys also have some parts where you have chess tables. If you do, and if you've seen people playing chess, how many times have you seen ladies playing? Because in most cases, what I've seen, they're usually older men playing while older women just sit on a bench and talk to each other.
The women in their 20s coming from a woman in her 40s, I have the most important bit of advice that you will ever receive as a 20-year-old, and that's to stop dating. Like, actually, no dating. And I say this because you owe it to yourself to figure out yourself and your life and to fix your shit before you try to find a partner. The partner that you choose has the ability to either make or break your entire life. So before you pick one that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, or that might define a huge chunk of your life, please make sure you know yourself and you trust yourself and you love yourself. So just don't date.
And just become a miserable old lady with a sad life in her 40s who can only find joy if she destroys some other people's life. That's pretty much the worst thing you can do in your 20s. Listen to some 1,000 years ago, she would have been in a swamp selling love potions, right? Now, of course, she's doing this. The worst thing you can do is listen to her, because she doesn't care about women in their 20s. All she cares about is someone else joining in her misery.
Super hottie approached me today at the gym. And was I extremely awkward? Yes, bro! I was! It was so bad. I don't understand how I can, like, make just the most, like, uncomfortable eye contact with people I have zero interest in, and I can get, like, super deep into conversation because I don't know how to do surface level, so then everyone thinks I'm flirting with them. Men, women, elderly, like, every person thinks I'm flirting with them. But the second a yadded up hot gym bro comes up to strike up conversation, I'm like, hey, yeah, so sorry, I have autism. And then it's like, okay, well, hey, why did I say that? Why did I say that? Well, you know, I don't know, actually. So now I'm just sitting here thinking of everything else that I should have said during that conversation. Like, I was so nervous, bro, I forgot his name. Already forgot his name.
Nah, you're just worrying too much for no reason. There's always tomorrow when you get to ask his name and embarrass yourself even more. I don't know how to do surface level conversation. I'm doing deep level conversation and everyone thinks I'm flirting with them. What in the world deep level conversation has anything to do with flirting? Everyone thinks that. It's not like you think way better about yourself than you should. But since we're on the topic of lonely women in their 30s joining a gym.
Dear men, can you please put your shirt on when you are running down the road? When you're at the gym, please put a shirt on. I'm a mother. I am trying to be respectful. I cannot be dribbling at 35 years old at some gorgeous rippled dude running down my street whilst I'm driving my almost 4-year-old to karate. I can't do that. Put a shirt on, please.
Yeah, listen to the nice lady because she's ovulating and it could have been way worse. She could have been a mother and a wife, but she's just a mother, right? And of course another reason why you should listen to the nice lady is because, I mean, if she cannot put a shirt on, that doesn't mean you can't. And in all fairness, you should put a shirt on because she's ovulating. I mean, she's gonna try to become a wife and you might end up being the poor soul that gives her exactly what she wants.
I have a really hard time believing that one day I'm going to have a husband and I'm going to love him more than I love my cat. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't think your cat likes you all that much, but if it makes you feel any better, it's gonna die soon.
I've just been asking for flowers since the relationship started.
Mind you, she's known this man for 2.5 months and she keeps telling him that she wants him to buy her flowers and he just won't. He gave her a origami flower, you know, so he kind of never has to buy her another flower, probably. She's known him for 2.5 months. Do you know why I'm in this weird position right now? Because I'm stretching my back because my coccyx has hurt for 3 months. I have had this pain in my tailbone for longer than that lady has known that man who does not want to buy her flowers even though she keeps asking for them.
Yeah, and good for him. And as for you, that's why you don't engage in rough bedroom time. At your age, that's the fastest way to dislocate a hip.
What's going on? What's going on? I see the septum ring, so I'm gonna make. What's going on though? What's up, man? What's on your mind?
So,
Now I feel him. He saw the septum ring, but it's disrespectful. Like we all know what we say about the septum rings, and look, we gotta be respectful, folks. Now I know I'm disrespectful sometimes on the channel, but look, I'm not actually talking to any individual. You know, so I'm just talking shit on the internet, having fun. We're reacting to videos, we talking our shit. But if I was actually live with any of the women that I talk to, I mean, I'm not gonna be a different person. Well, I'm gonna speak more respectfully. It's a little different when you're interacting with a human being. Like, I'm gonna be respectful. So let's say if I did a live Kevin Samuels call-in show and some girl popped up with the nose ring, I'm like, oh boy, I see the septum ring, no bull ring chronicle. Like I wouldn't do all that. I'm gonna be respectful. So Ant is getting off kind of somewhat on the wrong foot. He started off with kind of borderline disrespect. So let's just start there. But let's continue.
What's on your mind?
so I was saying, like, I don't think that patriarchy is necessarily like a healthy system for us
Are
to
you
live.
are you a homosexual?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
That's funny.
What kind of shit is that? Is this camera on me? Yes. That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. When niggas spy out you, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Okay. Here's the like I said, like I said, depending on what the context was, you could ask that question in the context of a conversation, but if it was relevant to the conversation and discussion we were having, once again, I kind of think Ant was out of pocket for just asking him that randomly. I mean, I would be curious too. But okay, to be fair, let's break it down. Now he may have just been curious because but here's why that's ignorant. I'll admit. Let me touch both sides. Regardless of if he's homosexual or not, I don't think it matters in the sense of if he feels like patriarchy is a bad system, who he fucks, I don't think it has any bearing on his opinion on that. Right? So, I mean, because if you got a good idea, it's a good idea. If you have a sound, logical position, then who you fuck isn't gonna discredit it or credit it. Right? But I also understand the other side of, you got lesbians and gay dudes talking about what straight couples should do. And some people feel like, well, no, you worry about what gay couples do and we'll worry about what straight couples do. But that's a flawed way of thinking in itself. But I do understand it. Because anybody can have an opinion on anything. You could be gay and have an opinion on what straight people do. A lot of people might not want to hear it. But I mean, you got the right to the opinion. And you might have some good ideas about some shit. But I do get both sides. But I don't think he should ask that. But let's continue.
Okay, go ahead.
That's funny.
I understand because you got the nails painted and you got a septum ring, so that's why I bring it up. But go ahead.
Yeah, like that's why a lot of my positions are based on freedom, bro. So like, it's my freedom to choose to do those kind of things, right?
Based on what?
Personality.
What gives you freedom?
We live in America.
Right. What gives you freedom?
The Constitution.
Where does the Constitution come from? Who created the Constitution? Where does it come from?
Humans.
What
Americans?
What Americans?
Our forefathers.
For what?
Forefathers.
For what?
Fathers.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
So the patriarchy.
So just because patriarchy has always existed doesn't mean that it's not unhealthy.
Anything can be unhealthy. Eating lettuce every single day can be unhealthy. Working out every day can be unhealthy. Yeah. Nothing is perfect. Everything has a negative connotation to it. Anything can be unhealthy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's a null and void argument, but go to the next one.
It's not null and void.
It is because you argued the fact I'm not arguing perfection. You said it can be unhealthy. Anything can be unhealthy if you do something. There's always going to be unhealthiness to something.
We can agree on how patriarchy is also unhealthy, right?
Depends on what you're talking about.
Your freedoms.
What freedoms?
So when we take freedoms away from anybody, it affects everybody, right?
Not necessarily. How so?
So when a woman doesn't have the freedom to get an abortion somewhere like in Texas, that also affects the man that helped her make that baby, doesn't it?
So are you arguing that? So you making a women's rights argument?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so do you feel like women's rights are being taken away?
Are they not? Do you disagree with that?
So you're saying abortion is being taken away?
No, the right to choose is being taken away.
Women have the right to choose. They have the right to close their legs. And if a man rapes her, he goes to jail.
That's not the case for every state. And with this administration, I don't really think that matters, brother.
Wait, so it's not the case that every state, if you rape a woman, you won't go to jail? Name the state that allows rape to be legal and you won't go to jail for it. Name the state.
It's not legal, but it's also not prosecuted.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
See, these motherfuckers is weak. Now, okay, this is where I gotta. Okay. See, these are the people. They have an agenda, and they're gonna find a way to stick with their agenda and their beliefs, no matter what evidence is presented to them. I'm open to changing my mind. All the shit I say on this channel, I'm open to having my mind changed about it if the evidence points me in a different direction. This is somebody who's just gonna grasp for straws to try to make any old point, so he could be on women's side. He doesn't have good critical thinking skills, and this is what I got a problem with. People like this will just start saying dumb shit to try to make their argument. Rape isn't always persecuted or something, or like, well, yeah, there's plenty of. I don't know what he means by that. Like, what, some rapists get away? Well, that's just part of the game. We can't catch them all. The fuck is that? What he's whatever.
The rape isn't prosecuted?
Yeah, in a lot of cases.
Okay, give me a case. What state is rape not prosecuted?
The cases where it's not reported, the cases where it's not.
If it's not reported, then that logic can apply with anything. I can get punched in the face as a woman. Hold on.
Is this camera on me? Yes. That's stupid. Use your common sense. Like what? What? You just saying anything now, ho.
Super sorry for bro now. If this man brain is this dysfunctional, then I actually feel sorry for him. This man said certain states rape don't get prosecuted. His first example was, the ones that don't get reported. Let's continue.
can apply with anything. I can get punched in the
fair.
face as a woman. Hold on.
There's cases where
Let's
it's not.
we're gonna walk each argument down one by one. I'm gonna attack
no,
every
I
single
can
point you're
see that
speaking
one.
on.
You're fair.
You said if it's not reported. Well, if it's not
Yeah.
reported, then no one would know. So if a woman smacks me in the face, that's domestic violence. But if I don't report it, then she's not going to be held accountable for it. So the logic can apply on that side as well. And also, there are situations where men get sexually assaulted. If it doesn't get reported, does that mean that? So hold on.
What
Does that mean
have to
it?
do with the
Hold on.
Constitution?
Does that mean it
Talking
didn't
about
get? Does that mean that
We're
it's not
talking
getting?
about
Does
women's rights
that
as
mean?
those.
Let me finish. Does that mean it's not getting prosecuted, or does that mean it's not getting reported? Because if it's not getting reported, it doesn't mean it's not being prosecuted. That means it's not getting reported, so they don't know. If you steal something from the store, does that mean that you're allowed to steal something from the store, or does that mean that they didn't find out that you stole something from the store?
Okay, you can chill with the gish gallop. I can see
I
the
don't have to
point.
chill with any. Hold on. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Look. Let me tell you something about my live. Let me explain something to you. If you don't like how I run my live, you can find somebody else live to go to. You don't tell me to chill on my platform. I'm gonna do what I want to do on here. It's that patriarchy. I got the leadership over here. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go ahead. Go ahead, finish your point.
Okay, so there are cases where it is not persecuted because of status. There are people who get away with it. Absolutely.
Who?
Brock Turner.
Who?
Brock Turner.
Who is Brock Turner?
You don't remember Brock Turner?
Who is it? I'm asking you. Who is it?
He's a kid that eventually went to jail because of public backlash.
You talking about that guy that raped that woman behind the garbage can or behind the thing? You said he
Remember that?
eventually went to jail. So did he go to jail or he didn't go to jail?
But we affected that situation. That's one of many.
Who is
I'm
we?
sure it happens all the time.
Who is we?
The public.
Okay, in the public, and that first of all, when did that happen?
Years ago.
What is years ago?
Like 2017.
Okay, and give me the case, give me the study, give us the facts behind the case and what happened.
Why is all of that necessary? You don't
Because
concede
you're
the
bringing up
point
a
that
point.
it
Let me
happens
explain something
sometimes?
to you about men. When men
Wait,
bring
wait,
up points,
he wouldn't have
let me
got
explain
away
something
with
to you
it.
about men. Let me explain something to you about men that you might not know.
Public point
So I gotta mute you. Let me explain something to you about men that you might not know. When you bring up a point, you have to be able to bring up that point and know what you're talking about. You don't get to bring up a point and be like, well, it happened then. I don't know. If you're gonna bring up a point in a case that happened and then you said that the dude went to jail, so clearly it got prosecuted and clearly he was held accountable for it. But if you're gonna bring up a point, you need to know what you're talking about. So don't bring up a point and then expect people to just, well, it just happened. No, bring up the point and know what you're talking about. Give us the facts, give us the case, because most of the people in here probably don't even know what you're talking about. So you can't say things and expect people to just follow it and just be like, oh, okay. No, people are going to do their research. But people that didn't do their research, you have to bring up what happened since you're.
I mean, look, we really getting off point. I mean, look, this dude is. How do I word this? Some people are convinced of certain ideas and they'll make it make sense later. They'll find some evidence or some mental gymnastics to make it make sense later. I try to build the evidence and logic first and then come up with my position. These people were sold a position and they'll try to figure out how to defend it later. They'll figure out if it really make that much sense later. But they're sold on it. They gonna march forward and fight for it, but haven't even fully worked out in their mind if it even make full logical sense. And that's what this dude is struggling to do. The argument is patriarchy taking away freedom from women. Okay. Does it impede on a woman's freedoms? Yeah, it impedes on a woman's freedoms to be a piece of shit. Fuck. Women being in control impede on men's freedoms. I mean, there's no. Humans are pieces of shit. Just get over it. Male, female, black, or white. Whoever in control going to impede on the people who ain't in control's freedoms. It's human nature. It ain't a patriarchy thing. The matriarchy would be the same way. Because his ultimate point, his ultimate position, his ultimate philosophy in life is women good, men bad. That's where it's all going to go back to. I mean, we can go down a patriarchy route, but ultimately your life position is women good, men bad. That's all your political beliefs are going to go back to that. Women good, men bad. Fuck out of here.
bringing up the point. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to do that. What happened in that case? Give us the information and the facts behind it. Go ahead. You can unmute your mic. Go ahead.
I don't remember everything.
So don't bring it up. If you don't know, don't bring it up. That's not how men operate. Go to the next point.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah. That's how it works over here. You got to be on your money as a man. I don't got a lot of patience for men either.
You're very quick, Adam. Like,
yeah. I used to know. You notice? Hey, notice something for y'all in the chat. Notice how I'm speaking to that woman. How I gave her so much. I don't have a lot of patience for men. You're a man. You're supposed to operate and know what the fuck you're talking about. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, so we're talking about the patriarchy. I still have points to say that I don't think that it's a healthy
Go
system.
to the next point that makes sense because your points so far have not made sense. Go to the next one.
Okay, so you don't agree with the idea that everything that we do that affects women affects men as well?
Depending on what you're talking about. If I take a shit as a man, it's not affecting a woman. If I beat my meat, it's not affecting a woman.
I mean, as far as policy, brother.
Okay, give me the policy.
Like taking away women's right to choose.
Women do have a right to choose. Women can close their legs. And also, too, abortion is not taken away. Abortion is done by the state. The same way that, so let me ask you this. Do people have the right to choose to bear arms?
I have a problem with your framing.
Let me ask you this question. Do people have the right to choose to bear arms? Are people allowed to bear arms?
Yeah, why does that have to do with that?
Why can't a person have a concealed weapon in New York, but they can have a concealed weapon in Texas? Are their rights being taken away? Yes or no?
What does that have to do with women's rights, though?
Because no, I'm giving you the same logic. You brought up the Constitution.
See how annoyed he is with logic? See, these debates are pointless. The brother in the nail polish, he's not changing his mind about this shit. Men bad, women good. No amount of logic and evidence is going to change his position on that.
You brought up the forefathers and the things that they set in a precedent in America for us to do what we're doing today. So when you bring up abortion, you said that men, first of all, you're not even talking about men in general. You're talking about a couple of people that are in charge, but they're men. Let's go with that point. I'll concede to that. So with that being the case, you brought up women's rights being taken away. Women have the right to choose. They can close their legs. And if a man rapes her, he's going to go to jail, especially if it's reported and there's proof of it. There's no time out. Let me finish my point. No. You don't run this. I run this. You don't run this. I don't care if you have what you have an issue with. I run this. You don't. Let me explain something to you. The same logic that I'm giving you is the same logic when it comes to gun control. Are people's rights being taken away because they're not allowed to have a concealed weapon in New York City, but they are allowed to have a concealed weapon in Texas? No, it depends on the state and where they are. Women still have a right to choose. They can close their legs and they can still get an abortion, but they can't get it in certain states because that's how the policy works. The same way that it operates with guns, the same way that it operates with a bunch of different things. The same way that it operates when it comes to government assistance. It depends where you're at and how the state works and operates. So the right isn't being taken away. Women still have the right to choose. They've never not had the right to choose in a sense of if they're I guess when abortion was started, they never not had the right to choose. They still have the right to choose. They also have a right to close their legs. Why you would want to mutilate babies and kill babies, I don't understand why you want to do that anyway. But you know, that's you're promoting genocide. But go ahead, I'll give you the right to speak now. Now you got the right to choose. Go ahead. Gotta unmute your mic, buddy.
Yeah. What I'm gathering is you don't want to dive any deeper into the concept because you just say women can close their legs. That's it. End of story.
No, that's not what I said. You don't listen clearly. What I said was women still can get an abortion, but their rights aren't being taken away. Abortion got pushed to the states. It didn't get taken away. Women can get an abortion still to this day. That's what I said. It's like you just negated that whole entire.
Their arguments are so, they just get all their points and arguments and talking shit from like hashtags. The abortion is the worst. I thought he was gonna come with some shit. Thought he was gonna talk about autonomy and the abortion argument is the worst. The right to kill baby. Oh my, that's the worst thing you can come up with. Oh, the humanity. Men are stopping women's rights from being able to delete their own child in their womb. The humanity. Come on, you gotta come better than abortion, dog. That's fucking crazy, man. I mean, yeah, you could close your legs for one. If you don't want to close your legs, you can still get birth control. If you don't want to get birth control, you could take the after what is it? The Plan B pill. These bitches, they just at this point they want to delete babies. You had 30 fucking options other than to delete a baby, but you still want to fight for the right to delete a baby. That's that demonic shit. Women and Satan have had a love affair since the Garden of Eden. Fuck, like
point and said women have a right to choose to close their legs. Yes, a part of it. It's not the only thing.
Not addressing the idea that the rights are being taken away.
How?
This is a lessening of their ability to do something by the state, dictated by the
So
state.
does the logic apply when it comes to guns?
That's not the same argument.
It is the same argument because it's all under the Constitution that you brought up. It's all under the rights and the amendments that you brought up.
We're not talking about something as circumstantial as
It's
like
it's the logic that I'm giving you across the board. You can't pick and choose when you want logic to operate. So women's rights are being taken away when it comes to abortion, but American rights aren't being taken away when it comes to guns. But it's both of those things are overseen by the state.
That's not comparable, brother.
It is comparable.
Hey, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah, I expect you to be done. I expect you to be done. You don't have a logical point. You're the average modern day man who women should never ever deal with. Ladies, and you have a scepter ring, your nails painted, and you have so I don't expect you to say anything that's logical to me. Have a good day. Anyway, you don't have a logical point. You're a delusional male feminist, and you're likely a homosexual. Come on, man. I don't
see, but it ain't right. You know, you don't got to do the man boobs. See, yeah, y'all already know, man. It's a character issue with that. He young though. He got to be at least. I mean, at the oldest, he's 30. But I mean, I would say 25. I would probably get tore up in a debate by anybody. Probably just I don't know about the average dingbat woman, but like a woman who knows how to debate, I get ate up. I'm not a debater. It's not that she would be right, but but yeah, that debate shit is you got to be cut from that cloth. I'm not cut from a debate cloth. Now I know every once in a while we get people coming to chat and try to debate me, but them people be fucking horrible. Them dudes be fucking horrible, bro. The men and women who come in and try to debate me and my channel, they were fucking horrible. See, that's the thing. Okay, if I had to debate live, I'd probably get smoked by a feminist who actually know how to debate. But if a feminist came in my chat and tried to debate me through chat, I feel like it's a different. I don't know. I feel like it's a different dynamic. I feel like I would win through chat. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I wouldn't go on a live show and debate a feminist who's trained in debating. I wouldn't. Okay, but I'll put it like this. If she had to submit everything she's gonna say in a debate, and I had to submit to her everything I'm gonna say in a debate, and we had to like debunk the argument, then I would win. I don't know. I still might not win. But the point is, I'm right. That's what we need to focus on. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing too. What was her name? Anna Kasparian. I wouldn't want to have a debate. I would just want to have a conversation with her. Now, if we had a conversation that was, I don't want to call it a debate, because you know how debate has rules and certain, but if we just chopped it up as humans, and we just discussed the issues, not debating, we just discussing our thoughts on the issues, then I feel like I would get the better of that conversation. Because look, at the end of the day, I'm right about female nature. Maybe it's some shit I'm wrong about on this channel that I talk about. I'm open to that. Maybe I'm wrong about some of the shit I say. But I'm positive I'm right about what the core nature of woman is. I know I'm right about that. Let me get off here. Should probably get off here. What is this? Fetish or preference? Being honest about dating black men? Oh gosh. This is might be some
Hi, this is Stephanie Megan. You're listening to Broke Girl
God, look at this
Therapy.
retarded shit.
Therapy.
Like look at this retarded like before I even hold on, let's go back to the intro. We don't even need to dig in, but just look at the intro. Look at the retarded shit in the intro before it even starts.
Hi, this is Stephanie Megan. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Because therapy is too expensive. You're listening to Broke Girl
Okay, let me just pause it right here on this moment. Does this look like a mature person? Does this look like an intelligent person? Does this look like the type of person you should listen to about anything? You know what? Never mind. I'll catch y'all later. Oh.